Okay, 9 minutes.
And go to the YouTube
Mm-hmm.
or send me a link.
A link to what?
Are you stupid?
This?
Yes. No. Never mind. Fucking idiot. I gotta find it myself. Is that what you're saying?
What, this?
You have an autism.
What do you want me to say? Send you a link to?
You have.
Oh, the channel?
You have an autism.
You're talking about the channel?
Yeah. What did you name it? Fresh out of the oven.
I think so. I hope so.
Fresh out is what you named it.
Don't worry, I can
Aiden.
change it. Don't worry, I can change it. Don't
Okay,
worry.
can you send me a link to that, please, so I can listen to what my voice sounds like? How awful it is.
Yeah.
But I need a proof check. Proof. You know. What is the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
I need a
Yeah.
proof check. Proof. You know. What is the word I'm looking for? Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a
Yeah.
proof check. Proof. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and so basically all of the NBA players from 2000 back are janitors.
No, they're not.
Larry Bird included.
What?
Michael Jordan included.
Michael Jordan?
Much less so than the rest of them, but yeah.
You think Michael Jordan's a janitor?
Okay, I guess not Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan is not sweeping the floors of your local gym.
I mean, if you think about it, he really was, though.
I mean, sweeping people. With his dominance. I don't know how to put it that way. Yet.
No, like honestly, but the rest of them are freaking janitors.
Hakeem?
Hakeem's a beanpole. Like Aiden, just pair up Hakeem versus like Joel Embiid. Even Giannis.
Against Giannis, you think he would?
Yeah, I do, because Giannis can play the perimeter. Can Hakeem play Hakeem could play the perimeter a little bit. Like, let's just take. All right, what is the top 3 centers in the NBA right now? Embiid. In no particular order. Embiid.
DeMarcus Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins.
If he comes back.
Yeah, a healthy DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
And then a healthy Anthony Davis. And then I want you to take all 3 of those guys and pair them against the top 3 from the 80s and 90s. Now we got Hakeem. Okay. Shaq. Okay, Shaq would dominate.
But Hakeem would dominate.
Shaq played a little bit in the 2000s, I think. So we're not going to count him. So we got Hakeem. I mean, I'll even put Shaq in there because that's the only guy. Hakeem, freaking Shaq, and then who else?
Tim Duncan, maybe?
Tim Duncan's a power forward.
Oh, yeah.
He's a 4. Who even plays 5? See, you can't even name them. That's why they're janitors.
And wait, Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar didn't play in the 80s.
Yeah, he did.
Played in the 60s and 70s.
We played a bit in the 80s.
I'm going to need you to fact check that right now. Right this moment.
When did Kareem retire? 1989. See?
Never played in the yeah, he played in the 80s.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Kareem, sure, but like Kareem's a beanpole, gonna get stomped. Fucking Joel is just gonna put him on a move, see you later, quick feet. Cousins could bully all of those guys except for Shaq. And then who was our third? Who was number 3? Oh God. Oh, AD. Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis has got power moves, dude. Power moves for days. Spin skyhook, spin fucking fadeaway, spin anything, dude.
Okay, Hakeem has those too.
Yeah, but like Anthony Davis's arms are the length of fucking Hakeem's entire body. So like, what are you doing with that?
I don't know. Hakeem's still gonna like. Hakeem would for sure beat
He's a janitor.
DeMarcus or freaking Anthony Davis.
I think just sheer. Okay, first of all, he's not for sure gonna beat Anthony Davis.
For sure.
Absolutely 100%. No way.
What? Okay, like listen. It's like Duke versus the Cavs. The Cavs would destroy Duke, and Hakeem would destroy Anthony Davis.
Yeah, but like that's an awful comparison because one's an NBA team versus a college team, and one's an NBA player versus an equally skilled NBA player. One's, if not more skilled. Anthony Davis is a more skilled player.
Okay, but Hakeem would still dominate.
Hakeem was a janitor.
Hakeem was not a janitor.
Okay, well, all of the other sideline, never play more than 15 minutes players in the NBA, like this guy, what this guy's gonna be.
Markel?
Yes, Markel. All the guys back in the 80s and 90s who played those positions, who never got fucking a chance to play, were janitors. Nowadays, in the 80s
and 90s, no.
Yes,
in the 80s and 90s, no. In the 60s and 50s, maybe, but not in the 80s and 90s.
I honestly don't think the 80s and 90s were as skilled as players today.
Maybe, towards the bench, but they were not janitors.
Sue me, I guess. He was on the Patriots.
I know.
But like, dude, for instance, Joel Embiid, as he comes up, is literally a point guard who's 7 foot tall.
Is he though? He's not shooting three very well.
Yeah, this season. Last season he was a fucking monster for me.
He was 31.
Yeah, okay.
No.
I want you to pull up Michael Jordan's best 3-point shooting season.
Okay, I will.
Uh-huh. And not the one where the 3-point line gets closer.
Okay.
Besides that one. And then just tell me the numbers there. Because I would put money on it that Joel's worst season, which is probably this one, shooting threes, is better than Michael Jordan's best season. And obviously Michael Jordan wasn't seen as the best 3-point shooter, but he's also considered the GOAT. And if we got the GOAT, then you can compare him against anything, against any other player, you know? And maybe he wouldn't be better than everyone in every single category, but he also shouldn't be absurdly worse.
So we're discounting the time when the
3-point line was 3 foot closer. Yeah.
When I don't know.
93?
The 3-point line was shortened for
like 93 season.
Year. It was 94-95. Okay, so in the 95-96 he shot 42%. 89-90 he shot 37%. 96-97 he shot 37%.
All right, I'm gonna need to read those numbers again.
Okay. 95-96, 42%.
Discount that.
89-90, 37%.
37, okay.
1996-97, 37. 92-93, 35. And then 1990-91, 31.
I'm getting a call from my mom. Alright, so real quick before I go. 3-point percentage from Joel. This season, 36%. Mr. He's not shooting very well. Hold on. All right. I'm just gonna go hire. All right, you know what I was going to do? I went and hired some. These are all janitors.
Okay, but listen.
But what?
He's shooting 36.
Oh, actually, hold on. He shot 36%. 2016, 2017, shot 30%. Last year and shot 30%. Is shooting actively 30% this year.
Exactly.
So, but like, I mean, honestly, they're janitors. Dude, Zion Williamson. That's all I have to say, honestly.
Okay, but Zion might be able to dominate just off his body, but Larry Bird could light him up.
Larry Bird could light him up because Zion would jump up and just grab his shot out of the air. First off, Larry Bird was good, great shooter. Dude had a hitch, so his shot was super slow. Like, look at some Larry Bird highlights, and then tell me this dude would freaking light him up because it takes him 7.5 minutes to get his shot off, dude.
He would light him up.
He wouldn't light him up.
Yes, he would.
He wouldn't though.
Easily.
Dude, Zion Williamson would jump. First of all, Zion would just jump over him and dunk the ball every time.
You're telling me that Larry Bird in today's NBA would not be great?
He wouldn't be great.
He wouldn't be great.
No.
He would be perfect for today's NBA.
Dude, all you have to do is get a good zone against them and done. He can't shoot on... Listen, unless he has separation, Larry Bird can't shoot.
And so he could create that separation.
With what dribble moves?
With his dribble moves.
Okay, I want to see a Kawhi versus Larry Bird matchup.
I don't think you want to see Kawhi get destroyed.
Excuse me?
I don't think you want to see Kawhi get destroyed.
What did you just say?
60-year-old Larry Bird could beat Kawhi.
I don't know if you're being serious or not. But I'm praying you're joking.
You don't want to see Kawhi get destroyed by Larry Bird.
I'm praying, not playing. I'm praying you're joking. Right?
Okay.
You are?
Larry Bird would destroy Kawhi.
Interesting.
He would.
Kawhi would just put his big fat hands around Larry Bird's head and just crush it.
Okay, foul. Boom. Larry Bird is the white Kawhi Leonard.
Larry Bird wasn't good at defense.
What are you talking about?
In today's NBA.
What do you... Larry Bird... No.
Bro, Kawhi Leonard would just blast around him. Every person in the NBA is more athletic than him.
Larry Bird was great at defense.
Let's just like this. Let's start let's do some Socratic. Let's do a little Socratic method here, right? We're just gonna take it little parts, little by little, right? So athleticism. Is Larry Bird athletic?
He's not athletic, but he's more athletic than someone like T.J. McConnell's in the NBA.
T.J. McConnell is more athletic than Larry Bird.
What do you... No, he's not.
Larry Bird had no muscle definition in his legs. It looked like the dude never saw the inside of a gym. He was 6'9" or 6'8"?
Yeah.
And could barely dunk. Like, just barely get over the rim.
He could not barely dunk.
Yeah, he could barely dunk.
No.
You just watch a video of him falling over on a routine layup.
Oh my god.
I also saw that. Routine layup.
He can easily dunk.
Barely.
Easily.
On a good day.
Easily dunk. Any day, I take Larry Bird over almost anyone in the NBA right now.
Really?
Yes.
I would take Zion Williamson over Larry Bird.
You would take Zion over Larry Bird. You
would take
an NBA player.
I would take RJ.
NBA player.
I would take today's Zion over Larry Bird. I would take Zaza Pachulia over Larry Bird.
Really?
I would take an injured DeMarcus Cousins over Larry Bird.
No, you would not.
I would take Wakanda Cardell Jr. over Larry Bird. I would
Oh
take
my
an
God.
injured Kevin McHale over Larry Bird.
Okay, what is no? Just stop.
I would take Stephen A. Smith over Larry Bird.
Uh-huh. Oh, Larry Bird just stole the ball from Michael Jordan.
I would take Derrick Rose's knees over Larry Bird.
You-
I would take
you're really
Drake from Degrassi's spinal cord over Larry Bird.
I don't know what that means. Like,
Drake from Degrassi was paralyzed.
oh,
I would take Magic Johnson's HIV over Larry Bird.
mm.
I would take
Larry Bird
HIV
was so good.
Magic Johnson over
Larry
Larry
Bird
Bird.
was better than almost every NBA player in the game right now.
Why is he not on anyone's top 10 all-time list?
What do you? Yes, he is.
Top 5 all-time list. I should refer.
Whoa.
He's definitely not in anyone's top 5.
because his back got hurt.
Your point?
His
Michael-
back got hurt.
Michael Jordan only played like 9 seasons, dog.
His back got hurt, bro.
Your point?
He was playing like 3 seasons with a trash back.
Hakeem only
And
played
still
like 3
dominated.
seasons. Okay, so I have a question.
Still dominated.
Okay, first of all, he played like 14 years. We
Okay,
got
but-
we got a big enough sample size to see what he was like.
Oh, Larry Bird.
Played
how
like-
many years? One,
played like
2,
14
3,
years.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years.
13 years. We
Okay.
got a big enough sample size.
In the last like 3 or 4 years,
So
his back was
So
trash.
basically, you're just making excuses. What you're saying?
No, he was still dominating with a trash back.
Okay, so
but he
how,
could have been
alright,
even better
how was
without that.
how was Michael Jordan the GOAT when he only played like 9 seasons? If your point is
Because he didn't get injured.
okay, when he came back as a 45-year-old, why did no one factor that in then? If that's your point, like if that gets
What do you
factored in, if bad play because he had a trash back gets factored in, how is Michael Jordan the GOAT? Because he played like doo doo. He had a couple good games.
He did not play like absolute duty when he got back.
When he was 40, yeah, he did. He played
He
like
like
shit.
22 points a game.
Yeah, did you see how inefficient, how many shots he forced? He looked like
Listen.
J.R. Smith.
The fact that you were saying that Larry Bird would not be great in today's NBA is just
Bro, okay, I just watched that on your screen. He
Disrespectful.
barely made that layup.
What are you talking about?
He's
Oh
unathletic.
my God.
Any NBA
Oh
player right
my
now,
God.
first step would just blow by him. First step.
No.
Yes, dude. Yes, they
No.
would. Look at that shit shot.
That wasn't him.
Dude, he's a janitor.
He was guarding guys like Julius Irving.
He fouled Julius Irving.
That was not Julius Irving.
Okay, whoever that was, he fouled him. Barely.
What are you talking about, barely?
Any
He
t-
was
any-
so good.
any NBA player
Larry
would-
Bird is the- Okay. Listen here. Stop disrespecting Larry Bird's name.
Larry Bird isn't a top 5 player.
He.
What is your top 5?
What is my top 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to hear who you put over and under under Larry Bird.
I'm gonna do my top 6 because Larry Bird is in the top 5. I'm gonna go to the 6. Okay.
Hold on, wait, say that again.
We're gonna do top 5 because Larry Bird is in my top 5, but I want to go to 6 because I want to say who's on my 6. So first is Jordan. Second is LeBron. Third is Kareem. Fourth, who's my fourth? Fourth, I have Magic. Fifth, Larry Bird, and then 6, Kobe.
How about Wilt Chamberlain?
Now, Will's not in my top 5.
Wow, Wilt's not your top 5. Only player to ever score 100 points.
Okay.
Only
If you
player-
want to talk about people playing with janitors, we talk about Will.
Yeah, sure, but if you adjust for pace, he still averaged like 40 in fucking 27.
If you adjust for everything, the difficulty of the league at the time, and
Yeah,
pace, he's not.
people have done that. People have adjusted for literally everything. He still
And
averaged like 30 in 27. Cuz he averaged like 50 rebounds a game.
Kareem is no.
Yes.
Okay, where would you put Wilt then? Would you put Wilt above Kareem?
I put Wilt above Larry.
Okay, no.
I also wouldn't put. I'd put Kareem 5 if that.
Kareem is 3. Kareem is 3
But why though?
because of his longevity.
Yep,
How
that was
good
good.
he was.
What happened was he invented a move that was better than anyone could
Yeah,
defend.
and no one has replicated it.
Actually, everyone replicates it.
No,
I think you're wrong.
they
there.
do it. They cannot do the skyhook like Kareem could.
I don't know about that. Magic Johnson could do a pretty good skyhook from just about anywhere.
No one can do the skyhook like Kareem could.
I think every modern NBA center has a Kareem skyhook.
No, they don't have a Kareem skyhook. They have a running hook. Kareem skyhook is completely different from a running hook.
Also, if you look at film of Kareem doing the skyhook, today's NBA players would eat that up. A little bit of pressure on that dude, and it's gone. So you're telling me like someone like a super athletic center, fucking Penis Cancer maybe. Ennis Cantor, he's not really super athletic. JaVale's super athletic. Like JaVale McGee couldn't just go up and just swallow it.
No.
Andre Drummond. You're telling me Andre Drummond versus Kareem would win that?
Yes.
Have you ever seen Andre Drummond? And have you ever seen Kareem?
Yes.
They're this. I want you to look up a picture of Andre Drummond and Kareem.
Oh my God.
No, I want you. No, I want.
Kareem would cream him.
That wasn't funny.
Kareem would cream him.
I want you to look it up right now. Look up a picture of both of them, and they're the same height. Look them up.
Okay. I don't care.
Look them up.
He's not blocking the skyhook. He's not blocking the skyhook.
So what happens when fucking Andre Drummond just comes down and creams in his mouth every time?
That's not gonna happen.
Dude, he will dunk on him.
Kareem is one of the best centers. Actually, is the best center of all time.
All right, how about Shaq versus Kareem? What? Huh?
Kareem would win.
Kareem would win. Kareem couldn't even get inside the paint.
Kareem would win.
How? Kareem had no mid-range. Kareem had no three-point. Kareem had no shot in general. He could just hit off the glass and do a skyhook.
Listen. If Shaq tried harder in his career, he would have been the best center and probably the best player of all time. But he didn't. He didn't try.
Okay, but let's say if there's a one-on-one game and they're both prime and they both try as hard as they can.
Listen, I have Kareem. He's the best center. That's what I have. Whatever you say, it's not going to change that.
Yeah, but Larry Bird isn't good.
Larry Bird is good.
Larry Bird is not good.
He's fantastic.
Larry Bird's a janitor. Kareem's a janitor. Wilt played with janitors.
Wilt did play with janitors.
I just said that.
For sure, but Larry did not.
Larry played with janitors.
No.
Larry had a couple of people that weren't janitors, i.e. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson. Those people.
Kareem.
The entire Pistons team that time. The Rockets were pretty good.
Kenny.
That's how I did that. Everyone else sucked.
I'm gonna say sucked.
No, they all sucked.
No.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about all the titles that Boston got during the janitor phase. And they had one very good man named Bill Russell.
Yes.
Who was good at defense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only reason they won, because he was playing against janitors.
The second most athletic person to ever play on the Celtics.
You honestly think he's the second most actually athletic person to play on the Celtics?
Yeah.
So you think like Kyrie's less athletic than him?
Oh,
or
listen,
Jaylen Brown.
Tommy Heinsohn said.
Or like Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum.
Listen.
Or
you don't even know the most athletic person on the Celtics right now.
Yeah, it's the guy you just drafted. Falls asleep all the time.
It is.
Just said I
is
didn't
so
know who it
athletic,
was.
and he is the most athletic person that's ever played on the Celtics. Second,
Only problem with that is he's got to get out of bed to be athletic.
but when he does get out of bed, he freaking catches lobs like a champ.
Okay, so who's the most athletic person in the NBA right now?
Most athletic person in the NBA right now?
I would guarantee that center you're talking about is not even top 5. Russ is number 1
Oh yeah,
for
Okay.
sure. Number 2 is probably like
What about Dennis Smith Jr.
number 2, easy number 2.
or Gerald Green?
Gerald Green is he's a candle that's been blown out. He's also missing a finger.
He is missing a finger, but he can still dunk.
That has
With one
nothing.
hand.
That has nothing to do with his dunking
With
ability.
one hand.
But you need probably 3 fingers to dunk. Honestly, you need your thumb.
You should test it. Test it.
I should.
Yeah.
Like, you want me to cut my 2 fingers off? I don't need.
Yeah.
I'm good, personally.
I bet 60-year-old Larry Bird could beat you right now in a game of basketball.
You're probably right because I'm not an NBA player.
Exactly.
What is that? What did that prove?
Exactly. I bet 6-year-old Larry Bird could beat a rookie in the NBA right now.
You see, that's where you're wrong.
See, I didn't specify which rookie. I just said a rookie.
Okay, yeah. 'Cause,
6-year-old
like-
Larry Bird.
Because like Donovan Mitchell last year couldn't beat him. Lonzo, when he came in the league, even though he was an awful shooter, couldn't beat him. Too tall, too athletic. Jaylen Brown, when he got in the league, couldn't beat him. Jason Tatum, when he got in the league, couldn't beat him. Rookie Steph would probably beat him just because rookie Steph could literally shoot from anywhere on the court. All right, let's tackle this question. Who's the most unguardable person in the NBA of all time?
Most unguardable person? Most unguardable. I think that 2016 Steph has a really good case.
I think Steph overall is the most unguardable person. Steph, with just a little bit of fire on his hands, just a little bit of hot sauce, just a tiny bit of sauce, is the most unguardable person in the NBA.
I mean, the entire Warriors team is unguardable whenever Steph is hot. Because if you double team Steph, then you're leaving Clay or KD.
And then Clay goes off for 60 points in 30 minutes.
Yeah. So
On an 11 dribbles.
I think Steph is the most impactful team player also.
Yeah, obviously, as we've seen, he just came back and they've won their 2 games and they were playing like shit before. You know, KD needs Steph. Steph doesn't need KD, but KD needs Steph. Also, I don't think the Warriors are a super team.
Do you really think that?
I don't think they're a super team.
You don't think they're a super team? Why do you say that?
Because, so everyone in the NBA is supposed to be NBA level talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why the fuck are you complaining if you guys are all NBA level talent if another NBA player goes to a team?
Okay, but that still makes them a super team. I'm just saying that the NBA level talent.
Yeah, but they're all supposed to be really good, right? Why can't they just man up and do something about it?
Because whenever you put that many good people on one team, it's hard. It's a lot harder.
Let's just go over this. Draymond Green. You're telling me there isn't 10 other people in the NBA who are just as good as Draymond Green at what he does?
Oh, no, there are. But
Okay.
I'd put Marcus Smart there.
Okay, there you go. Klay Thompson. You're telling me there's not 10 other people who are spot-up shooters who are, if not as accurate, close to as accurate as he is. I mean, Kyle Korver's one. Right? Now, Steph and Kevin are a different topic, right? Because Steph is obviously Steph Curry, right?
He was a former MVP.
And then Kevin Durant is arguably the most effective shooter. I mean, the most effective scorer in the past 25 years.
And former MVP.
And former MVP. But those are the only 2 people who are, like, unmatchable. Are you telling me LeBron and Kyrie wasn't a super team, because it was. Because Kyrie, most people right now, if you said who's better, Kyrie or Steph, probably a couple days before Steph came back, people would have said Kyrie's better point guard. Or who's a better point guard, Russ or Steph? Most people would answer Russ. Most people would answer Russ.
I think the hate for Russ makes it so he's almost never said that.
No, bro. People hate Steph just because he's good.
I mean,
But okay, discount that. Why wasn't Russ, Carmelo, and Paul George on a super team? Although they played like shit.
We obviously thought they were going to be a super team at the beginning of the season. But other people did. They were like, oh my god, they have, Russ, Carmelo, and
I think in sports
PG
we get hysterical whenever freaking good players come together. But like a sports league is supposed to have the best at that level. Is supposed to have the best talent for those specific sports in the world. So why can't they just man up and do something about it? You know. Like, you're telling me you can make it to the NBA but not beat this one guy? Is that what you're saying? Or this one guy changed his team enough to where, like, they're unbeatable? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to that philosophy. Just don't do it.
You don't think that Steph away from the team... Okay, so Steph coming back to the team makes them pretty much unbeatable in the
playoffs. Oh, for sure.
Playoffs.
But like before they were 2016 Warriors weren't considered a super team. They were considered a really good team.
Yeah, they were considered a really good team because they didn't have like three players that could go off for 60 any night. So or
yeah,
40
but Klay can't go off for 60 any night. Klay needs someone to take the attention away from him.
40 any night. Okay.
No, Klay couldn't even go for 40 any night. If Klay was on his own team, he wouldn't be good.
You don't think Klay would be good?
No, he would be Kyle Korver.
He would not be Kyle Korver.
He would, because Klay needs someone to take the attention off of him. Klay isn't a Steph. Steph can get his shot off at any moment.
I mean, okay. Klay obviously isn't going to be Steph, but Klay is not a Kyle Korver. Klay can actually get like an open shot from dribbling.
If you look at all of his best games, all of his games where he scored 25 or more, I would almost bet 95% of them have 20 or less dribbles. Because he's a spot-up shooter. He's not a dribble shoot kind of guy.
That's just because of the system he's in. If you put him in another system, I guarantee.
But his dribbling isn't that good. At the end of the freaking 2015 finals, the year they lost, he dribbled so much in those games because Steph either was hurt, Steph was playing like shit, so they passed the ball. Hold on, I got a call. It's a butt dial. Okay, well, in those games, he played like absolute doo-doo.
Absolute. I mean, yeah.
He'd turn the ball over. He was an effective scorer. He's not an effective scorer when he has the ball. He's just not. And that's not to hate on him. He's good at what he does. And that's a spot-up shooter. I think if you put Klay on his own team, he would not. He'd still be good, obviously, but he'd be like a 15.
Okay, now what are we? So if you put Klay on something like the Cavs,
obviously he wouldn't be to the extent of Kyle Korver, right? Like Kyle Korver is specifically only a spot-up shooter. He'd be like a.
I think he wouldn't be. He would be better than JJ.
Yeah, JJ is even more of just a spot-up shooter though. Like he is. Kyle Korver can dribble a little bit and get a shot off, and I guess JJ Redick can dribble a little bit too. But JJ Redick is specifically a closer. He takes 3-point shots on spot-ups. That's what he does. I think Klay Thompson would be dribble a little bit. He would still need a point guard. You know? some players are so transcendent that positions don't matter and they can take the ball, right?
Yes.
At any point.
Mm-hmm.
And the top 5 players of all time, all of them can do that. And I'm not making the case that Clay's a top 5 player, because he's obviously not. But Steph Curry, on the other hand, might be, because dude changed the game in ways that I don't think most of those top 5 players even did that.
Oh no, Steph Curry is
the most influential player of all time.
The most influential player of all time is Steph Curry, and then you could probably say like Allen Iverson after him. Iverson, you know, he really changed a lot of the NBA.
Maybe Wilt too, because Wilt introduced like a actual athletes.
Yeah, Wilt is one of the most athletic people. I'm just saying, yeah, that is not in the NBA.
But okay, so Clay wouldn't be good on his own team.
Yeah.
If he was on his own team, I don't think he'd ever go off for 60 again, or 50, or 40.
40. I think he could go off for 40.
But how? How is he getting a shot off though?
Because there's other people.
If Clay is the number 1 option.
Well, in today's NBA, there's still you can be the number 1 option, and there's like 2 other people who can shoot threes. You can't sag off of anyone anymore. You can't really do help defense.
Yeah, but all you have to do is play a 3-2 zone defense to stop that. To have 2 other 3-point shooters. He needs someone. Clay needs someone to take the ball off him. Meaning he needs someone that can shoot threes, that can take the ball inside, can just drive on their own, right? Do their own shit. Clay can't do that, and Clay would need to be on a team with someone like Kemba, someone like Russ, even though Russ can't pass. Like, someone like that.
I mean, I guess. But I want to go back on something. Who do you think the most athletic person that's ever played in the NBA is?
Zion Williamson.
He hasn't played in the NBA.
He will.
He's not the most athletic person.
Dude. 6'7", 280, 40-something inch vertical.
Okay.
He's a truck.
But he's not. He hasn't played in the NBA.
He's a jumping center.
It's 40-inch vertical. It's not the greatest.
40-inch vertical at 280.
Okay.
Do you know what it takes to
48-inch vertical?
Do you know how much it takes to move all of that mass?
Wilt. 48 inches.
Yeah, but how good was the recording instruments back then?
It was good enough to know it was 48 inches.
But was an inaccurate 48 inches? Because I can also say my dick is 10 inches. I'm just using a shitty ruler, though.
Wilt had a 48-inch vertical.
I do not believe that. I don't think there's a single video of him getting his head above the rim. And he's 7 foot tall with a 48-inch vertical. He's getting his whole ass neck above the rim. Because Dennis Smith Jr. can get his eyes above the rim. He's like 6'4". He's got a 8-inch vertical? 46?
46.
So, I mean...
48-inch vertical on a 7-footer? Oh, yeah. Easily his head is above the rim right there.
That's not Wilt.
That was Wilt. That was Wilt on a... like, not even young Wilt.
Yeah, like barely. His head didn't even... His head isn't even close to above the rim. His head is just at the rim. Andre Drummond get his head at the rim. And Andre Drummond's got like a 30-inch vertical. See, that looks pretty high. But then again, if you go look at Andre Drummond or like Hassan Whiteside can do the same thing. Hassan Whiteside does not have a 48-inch vertical. That is one ugly man.
Wilt, his vertical, I'm still going 48 inches.
There's no way.
Yes, there is way. Wilt was just super athletic.
I think he was athletic. Trust me. But he was definitely not 48 inches athletic. Dude, his head isn't even close to above the rim. He's got long arms.
Oh my god.
Kevin Durant could do that. First of all, the backboards were smaller back then. So what you're seeing is his arm was like at the top of the backboard. Wasn't really at the top of the backboard. Probably 2 or 3 more inches on a backboard nowadays. Especially with the padding and stuff.
A new backboard.
No way. Will Chamberlain is a janitor.
No.
Vince Carter's more athletic. Russell Westbrook is more athletic. Zion Williamson is more athletic. Old Dirk Nowitzki is more athletic.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure. Going a bit far there.
Al Horford is more athletic.
No.
Ben Simmons is more athletic.
No. No.
He is though. Ben Simmons can get his head to the rim. He's 6'10".
Oh my god.
In your book, it's a 40-inch vertical. 2011, Derrick Rose is more athletic. 2011, Derrick Rose is the most athletic person I've ever seen in my entire life.
Who's the most athletic person of all time? You just said? Most athletic person?
2011, Derrick Rose.
No.
100%.
No.
Give me a more athletic person.
Vince Carter?
2011, Derrick Rose.
Vince Carter any day.
Dude could go court to court, net to net in like 2.5 seconds.
You know who can also do that?
With the ball.
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox is like 6'6".
De'Aaron Fox can... He's so fast.
2011, Derrick Rose was
Fox is the fastest person in the NBA.
2011, Derrick Rose had the highest speed stat in 2K.
Okay, well, De'Aaron Fox wasn't in that 2K.
2011, Derrick Rose is the most athletic person of all time.
No.
Yes.
No.
No, he is.
Maybe in your fantasy Bulls land, but in real life, it's not.
Michael Jordan was the most athletic person in the NBA.
Okay, I can kind of agree with that.
You know, there's too much hype around Michael Jordan. Like I say that, and you're like, oh, you can go, but like anyone else, like, nope, can't handle it.
Because he was athletic.
And
good.
2011, Derrick Rose wasn't.
No,
May I remind you, the youngest MVP of all time has a rule named after him. Youngest kid to get a max contract. Who am I, though?
Listen, Derrick Rose is good. He's athletic. He's not athletic as athletic as Vince Carter.
That's where we're gonna have to disagree.
Well, I mean, I'm right, so it doesn't matter. Vince Carter could jump over freaking Derrick Rose while Derrick Rose was jumping.
See, that's where I don't think he could have.
He could. Did Vince Carter not jump over a 7-footer?
Yeah, he did, but he ducked.
He jumped over a 7-footer. 7 feet.
Not that impressive.
It's not that impressive. Derrick Rose can't jump over a 7-footer.
I feel like in his prime, Derrick Rose could jump over a 7-footer.
No.
Yes.
No, he could not.
Probably could have.
Yeah, I'd like to see Derrick Rose try. Derrick Rose jumping over a center and breaking his freaking everything.
We already know that's gonna happen all the time. That wasn't good. I know you think you're good, but you're not.
Derrick Rose is not the most athletic. That's all I'm gonna say.
Zion Williamson is the most athletic person of all time. In the
Of all
NBA.
time?
In the NBA.
Okay. No.
The most athletic person of all time probably belongs to the NFL because those guys have only standing verts and they record like 50-inch verticals.
I think they get like one step.
They definitely do not get one step. It's only standing. They get no running vert. Like the max touch in the NBA, they allow the running vert. In the freaking NFL, there's only standing. Like Odell's got like a 45-inch standing vert only. Only standing. No running. We get running in the NBA. Only thing they record. 45 inches, only standing. Explain that.
Okay, they definitely got the most athletic people.
For sure.
For sure. No,
JJ Watt. What is it? What is the measurement? You're not going to give me the measurement?
No, I didn't give you the measurement.
Oh, Odell's is so high, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine if they got running.
Yeah, I'd be...
What sucks is they only give like a 2-foot jump in the NBA, which really discredits people like Zach LaVine, who's a 1-foot jumper. They can't really get all their power off of 2 steps, you know? If you give him a full takeoff, Zach LaVine could probably record a 50-inch vertical.
Yeah.
What they should just do is let people get their maximum vertical they possibly can, and then record that as max vert. Like, however they need to do it, just go for it.
Jump off a wall.
If that's what they need, let him jump off a wall.
You ever watch Basketball?
No, what's that?
It's a movie called Basketball.